Hello YouTube, so we are back from Chicago, and after doing a thorough check on all my tanks, I didn't lose a single fish, which is nice. We did have one small snafu. Let's go take a look. Alright, so it just so happens on the Goldfish tank here that the air pump did get unplugged. So, as you can see, without filtration we have a lot of algae, and honestly I don't even know if a sponge filter would have prevented this from happening. So we did miss a water change while we were gone. They were still being fed, and you know goldfish, they do produce a lot of waste, so this probably would have happened regardless of the sponge filter being on. Luckily there are plants in here that will soak up nitrates. I'll be very slowly. We got Crips and a Nubius Nana Petite that I still have to do something with. But we got to get the hose in here, do a water change, scrub some of this acrylic. So let's get to work. So we're going to be doing a pretty big water change here, and all I use to scrub this are these dry erase pads that you get off eBay. You can get like a really big bag of them for around $5 delivered. I'll see if I can find them. It's been a while since I've needed to buy them, but if I can find the link, I'll put it in the description. It is safe for acrylic, it does not scratch it, and as you can see, it does a pretty good job. Alright, it's that easy. We are done. I do have to get this filter plugged back in, but I'm not going to use the same style filter. As some of you know, I do not like this kind of filter, so we're just going to replace it with a regular sponge filter. Alright, so we got our new, just regular sponge filter here. Some more line, since we're gonna have to go all the way to the bottom now. Let's put that right there for now, good enough. Then we will plug it back in. And we're also going to be doing a water change on Patch's tank here. He desperately needs it as well. As you know, Stitches did pass away during the fish apocalypse, unfortunately. But Patches is still doing great, thankfully. Glad I didn't lose both of them. We do have to find him a new buddy though, however, because he is kind of lonely in this tank now. But I got to get to scrubbing the front of this glass and then refilling tanks, so I will check back in a little bit. So as you can tell, we did a massive water change for Patches here as well. Got a lot of it cleaned up, but I have a feeling I'm going to have to do a little bit more than just a sponge filter. Maybe add a canister filter, hang on back. Probably not hang on back. You guys know how I feel about hang on backs. Most likely a canister filter. We have Black Friday coming up, which means can probably score a pretty good deal on one. If not, there's always the cheap eBay knockoffs. And as you can see, we are filling up the baby goldfish here. I actually like this one right here. That's kind of a nice little black splotch on him, if you will. That guy too. Water is obviously a little cloudy. We got the new sponge filter going. This one I'm probably going to keep with sponge filtration because they're not going to stay in here very long, just a few months until we get them into a bigger tank. So not too worried about it here. But I do need to find something to do with these Nubius Nana. I just picked them up. I was going to use them in the nano tank, but I decided not to. So now I have to find something else for them. But I got to pay attention to this water change, make sure I don't overflow again, and we will check back in. Alright, so here we go. It is actually the next day. Things have cleaned up quite nicely. I did add an air stone over here. I had a hang-on back filter running overnight. I wish I would have caught it because Patches was swimming in and out of these bubbles, doing cartwheels and somersaults and skipping around in there. It was pretty awesome, but didn't have my camera handy on me at the time, and now that I'm in here, he just thinks he's getting food. And you know, maybe I will drop some food in there. So for food, I did switch up to Omega-1 sinking goldfish pellets. From the advice of many people, I switched to a sinking pellet. That way they're not gulping at the surface and sucking in a lot of air. Really hasn't been an issue with Patches, but for the babies, the smaller fish, it has been an issue. Now these pellets are a little too big for them. So for these guys here, I am sticking with just the Sarah Goldfish Flake for now. Also peas, things like that, mixing it up a little bit for them. Alright folks, there's the update on all the goldfish. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, we got more changes coming to the fish room, so definitely subscribe if you're not so you can keep up to date on what's going on here. Also, don't forget, we have the live stream this Thursday, 5 p.m. Pacific. I hope to see you there, and thanks for watching.